Okay, you guys, it is the day. I just got a call from my local post office telling me that the baby chicks are here and they are ready to be picked up. So I got the brooder all set and I am gonna go and pick them up. I did get an email this morning that said that they were in transit and they had arrived in Michigan. So I was expecting them to come tomorrow, but they called me today. So I'm gonna go ahead and go and get them.
Okay. All right. Have a good day. You too.
All right, it looks like all 12 chicks alive and well and looking actually really happy. I can't believe it. So I'm gonna put them, actually I think I'll put them on the floor in the passenger side. All right, there they are. All right, so that was easy and the lady was very nice, and of course small town, so I didn't have to wait. There was nobody there, but there was 3 packages of chicks, so somebody had a really big box in there of baby chicks. All right, let's take these babies home and get them situated. All right, we're here. We made it. Get them inside. All right, they all look good. Okay. All right, we made it. Time to get them into the brooder and get their water and their food. I'm going to give them electrolytes in the water so that'll help them with, you know, stress and all that. So. All right, let's put you little peepers down here. Yes, look at you. There you go, babes. There you go. There you go, babies. Last one. All right, so that was a pretty easy process. I actually, if I'm honest, I definitely was feeling a little sick to my stomach on the way there because I was nervous, hoping that they were all live and healthy. I didn't really know what to expect because it was our first time having chicks mailed. And so this morning I checked my email and I had a tracking number in there that they had been shipped and the day before. And so I checked this morning to check the tracking number, and it said they arrived here in Michigan at the distribution center at 9:30 a.m. And then it said expected arrival tomorrow. And so I was thinking that they would, call me in the morning and they would be here or whatever. But I had been working in the garden all day. I got the corn planted and everything. And then I made some coffee and I went to sit down and my phone rang and it was a number I didn't know. So I answered and it was said the lady from the post office, and she had a box of baby chicks there for me. And so I said, all right, I'll be right there. I'm on my way. And so I immediately just got the brooder all ready I put the bedding in and got the heater all hooked up, and just so that I could get them into it as soon as I got home, because again, I was worried. The information out there about getting mail order chicks is kind of like they need food and water and heat as soon as possible. They're going to be stressed, and that's all I kind of was thinking was like they're going to be stressed and hungry, and if they don't get food and heat like really quickly, then they could die. But luckily it is the beginning of June, so it's a little cooler today. You can see I'm wearing a sweater, but it's probably in the low 60s, so it's not like a winter or anything right now. So that's good because I did order them a long time ago. So just know if you're mail ordering baby chicks, you probably won't get them until the next hatch day, and then they'll ship them out from there. So we've been waiting quite a while, and we finally got them. In fact, I forgot how many we ordered. This whole time I've been thinking I was getting 10, but I got 12. So that's not a bad thing. Hopefully it's about 11 hens and 1 rooster. So that would be perfect. But yeah, so I went there was no line. Of course, I live in a small town, there was nobody there, and the lady was super friendly, and I just told her I was there to pick up some baby chicks and what my name was, and there was 3 boxes of chicks there waiting to be picked up. So she found mine and brought it up, and I did buy a warranty with the chicks so that if any arrived dead, that the hatchery would replace those dead chicks for free and ship them for free and all that. But it says that you have to have proof at the post office. You have to have pictures, video, and like signature or whatever of the actual post office employee saying that yes, it's here and they arrived dead or whatever. So she helped me open the box, and I just peeked in and checked for seeing 12 heads poking up, and they all looked happy and healthy, peeping away super, super loud. And I said, yep, they all look great. I'm surprised. They look so like full of life and vibrant. So I said thank you and was on my way, got out, I put them on the floor in the truck because I didn't want them to slide away or something, and drove home and brought them in the house, and we just immediately put them in there. So yeah, that is my experience with ordering chicks online. I have no affiliation with the hatchery that I ordered from, but I will leave the information below in case you're looking for some American Bresse. It is called BRESSE FARMS, I believe, and they are out of Alabama. And I had a great experience with them. I didn't really get I didn't get a whole lot of communication, I would say. I emailed them to ask when an estimated shipping date would be, and they immediately responded like the next morning. So they didn't go ahead and just give me that information. I had to go seek it, but all in all, I'm happy with the customer service and really happy with the health that the chicks are looking right now. They're immediately when I put the water in, again, I put the electrolytes in there. I always give new chicks electrolytes. I always give sick chickens electrolytes. That's like the number one thing that I always give chicks or chickens if they are sick, distressed, anything like that. I'm a firm believer that just giving them electrolytes could save their lives. And one of my favorite things to have on hand for chickens is Nutra Drench. I always keep this on hand. This is my number one medicine that I always give to a sick bird. It doesn't matter what is going on with that bird. They always get a dropper of the Nutri-Drench right into their mouth. I hold their beak, pinch it open, and shove it right down the hatch to that single bird. It would be a lot if you gave this to your whole flock. You'd be using like the whole bottle. But when I just use it on the sick hens. And then when I get baby chicks, I just always get they always have little packets like this laying around. It doesn't really matter what the brand is, just get the little chick electrolyte packets. If you're using a quart jar, I put like a quarter, I try to eyeball like a quarter of the packet. You can also put in apple cider vinegar into the water. I almost never give them plain water. It's always like electrolyte water or apple cider vinegar water. You can get the vitamins and minerals too if you wanted to. I don't always do that because I figure they're getting that in their feed. So, but I will kind of tell you guys a little bit about my brooder setup here, which is what I really wanted to do, was show you this setup. So we have a huge water tank. It's a 100-gallon Rubbermaid water tank that we got at Tractor Supply a few years back. We got rid of our setup a while back, got a new one. We definitely feel like you need at least this 100-gallon water tank. We got other ones, but they were just way too small if you have a decent amount of chicks. I mean, we have 12, and I would say that that is not an overly amount of room for them, especially as they get bigger. Right now it's perfect, but we have also in the past used probably one of my favorite things that we used was the wire dog kennel, like a large or extra large wire dog crate. Those are great, and you kind of line the edge with cardboard and like tape it into place, and for the most part that works really great. It's nice because they can't get out and stuff, but it kind of requires maintenance because you know, the wood chips try to come out around the cardboard and stuff. So but this is really nice. However, it needs to have a top, because you will get, as the chicks start to get more mobile and testing their wings and getting to jump, you'd be surprised how small they are when they can jump all the way up to the top, and before you know it, you have little baby chicks running around your house. Like, we have this set up in our dining room, as you can see. So we're gonna just be sitting here eating dinner right next to our baby chicks for a little while. Because it's so warm, it'll probably only be a few weeks or whatever before they can go out into the coop, but we have to actually build the coop. So we took apart our coop, and yeah, so now we have no coop outside that's finished. So yeah, so they'll be in here for a few weeks. But so 100-gallon water tank, that's what we have. And to solve the lid problem, I just have a huge window screen. So I don't even know what window this is from. I found it out in our barn, but it's really big window screen, and it fits perfectly on top of here. So a window screen, whatever container you decide to use, check if you have any window screens that will fit over the top, because they're nice and lightweight, so they're easy to take on and off. And also breathable, obviously, and let full light in and all of that. So window screen, really nice for a lid. And then of course we have the, what do you call that? This brooder. me see. So we got this one. We've had a couple of these. We got this one at Tractor Supply a couple years ago. Before that, we had one. What was the brand? I forgot what the brand is. We ordered it offline, but we ended up selling it, you guys, because we were planning on moving, if you remember that. And then we didn't end up moving, so we wanted to get chickens again, and so we had to buy a second one, which it was really stupid of us. But so we just picked this one up at Tractor Supply. So this is the brand they have at Tractor Supply. And this is just much more efficient and much safer and much nicer. I could give you so many reasons why these heat plates are so much better than heat lamps. Heat lamps are super outdated. They're out, okay? Don't use heat lamps. I know a lot of people still do, and that's fine, whatever. If you want to use it, go for it. But they can be really dangerous if you have any wood chips or feathers that get into that hot bulb. And also just the 24/7 light in there isn't really good and effective for the chickens. So they would really probably like the lights shut off at night. But yeah, so we have the heat plate and we've never had any issues. You can use these out in the coops too if you ever really thought you needed to. You can set it, if there's a brooder setting and a heater setting, and you can stand it up or lay it down and you can hang it and all sorts of stuff. So anyway, so that is in there for them, and I have it on the shortest setting, but it is up kind of standing on the plastic, so it's a little bit higher. And I just have like a platform that I made with some scrap lumber and some 1/2 inch by 1/2 inch hardware cloth that's stapled on the top, and then it has like a little feeding bowl. We had it for our pigs at one point, but it's maybe like this deep and it fits underneath the little platform that I made, so then the food and water can go on that, and any food that they spill will just go down. Any time that they poop on there too, I'll be able to just throw that out, and it'll just help their bedding to last longer so that we don't have to clean it as much and doesn't smell as much. But yeah, so as soon as I put them in there, first thing I did was get the water. So I put the electrolytes in there, and they immediately started running from underneath the heater over and getting water, and underneath the heater, and you could tell they were really thirsty. This is the box that they came in, and you can see they did have some kind of food or water set up in there, but nothing really else. It smells, it's kind of got a lot of poop in there. Oh, and I didn't realize too that they have a beautiful Bible verse on the inside of the box. Beautiful. So, but there's no food or water in there at all. So gave them the water, and they immediately just loved it. They were just chugging the water, and I struggled with the feed bag for a little bit to get the food out. But once I put the food in there, they were just like back and forth from the food to the water, food, water, food, water, heat, food, water, heat, and just like all over. And you hear how quiet it is? They're barely peeping at all. Like when I first brought them in, it was so loud. They were just screaming, peep, 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 so loud. And once they had food and water, it was like the peeps died out. They're like content now. They're feeling way better. They look like they're tired. They're not on, most of them, about half of them are under the heat right now, and about half of them are just standing there by the food with their eyes closed. They're pretty sleepy. So that is my setup. If you guys have any questions about chicks or a brooder setup or the hatchery that we went through, if you guys have any questions about this process or concerns or what have you, just let me know. Comment below, and I try to respond to everybody's comments. I read all of your guys' comments. So let me know if you guys have any questions about this whole process of ordering chicks online and getting them at the post office and And if you have any questions about the setup or the products that I'm using, just let me know. I try to let you guys know every piece of information I have without boring you to death, you know, with so much information. Also, I guess I'll show you the feed that we are using. We typically use this food. We get this at Tractor Supply, and I would like to get some not store-bought bagged food at some point. The Amish sell a lot of food that you can buy for chickens that's non-GMO and organic and all that kind of stuff. So I'm gonna look into that so that I can buy in bulk, but for now, I just always get this organic chick starter at Tractor Supply. But not sponsored by any of these companies, just what we're using. So I guess that is it. I'm super excited to have these chicks. Again, these are American Bresse. If you didn't catch my other videos about the chicks, these are American Bresse. And we will see, these are straight runs, so we'll see how many hens and roosters. I'm hoping that they're mostly hens, but you know, we'll see. And yeah, but thank you guys for checking out this video today, and make sure that you like and subscribe because I will be showing lots more videos about the chicks and our coop and all of that stuff. So we will see you guys again soon. Have a blessed day, and I will see you again.